welcome to another fine conversation where we chat with healthcare practitioners, more specifically today, massage therapists, about their career, their path, their challenges, their successes, their failures, their, oh my God, why did I get into this profession? Or, oh my God, I love this profession. So today we get to talk with someone from right here in my awesome state of North Carolina, Ashley Urquhart. Sorry, I knew I was going to mess it up. Urquhart. I knew I was going to
You're
mess it up.
fine.
Urquhart. Urquhart, who is a massage therapist here, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about some of the things that she's done, some of the challenges, some of the successes, and some of the other activities that she's been engaging in, so that it may inspire you to do more than what you have. So, Ashley, who you are and what you do, other than being a massage therapist.
Well, thank you, Nikkei, for this opportunity for letting me speak. My name is Ashley Urquhart. I am a CE provider for intraoral TMJD massage therapy, as well as the founder for MT Banquets, a banquet that is catered to massage therapists. I've been a massage therapist for over 12 years now. And I've lived all over. I started in Texas, in Dallas, Texas, right after high school. Fresh out of high school, I was 18 years old. I didn't know anything about life really. And my mom wanted me to go into massage therapy because I was always massaging her. And, it took off from there. I met a lot of people, a lot of great people. I've worked with tons of chiropractors. I remember two chiropractors were arguing over me because I was just so good. They were like, "Why did you take her?" So every time we're at events, they were like, "Oh, why did you have to go over there?" But as a massage therapist, that's what we have to do. Just kind of branch off and do our own thing. And that's what I wanted to do. You know, I've, massaged a bunch of people from Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina is where I currently am. And I'm out of Apex, North Carolina. And, I was kind of tired of massage, and some therapists can get that way. And right after right after massage school, they just kind of push you out there. It's like,
Yep.
oh, be free.
Yep. Throw you to the wolves and survive.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, oh, this is what it is. And my first job, I was working like 14 massages, and I was young, so they were like, "Oh,
Hold on.
you're a
Did you
baby."
say you were doing like 14 massages per day?
Yes, 14.
Like, were they like
And
hour longs, or were they like half hours, or were they 45 minutes?
they were half hours, they were hours, and I was working with like bodybuilders and like
Oh my
football
God.
players, and
Yeah.
yeah, and they just was like, "Oh, you're young, you can handle it."
Yeah, please. I need you to beat me up with your body. Please. By all means.
And I was just like, is this what massage is? Like, and I had to just kind of move on from there. And I was kind of working crappy jobs. And
What do
with
you mean by crappy job? Was it like were you doing like massage jobs, or were you doing like I don't
I
know,
was
crappy like digging out commodes? I mean, what kind of crap are we talking here?
I was doing okay, so it was in massage, and they weren't paying me enough, or they didn't pay me at all. And so it's like,
Really?
how you get like your reports and you check out like what you're doing. I wasn't even getting paid for it, and so it's just like, oh no. Mm-mm. And I felt like I was just being overworked and undervalued.
So
um
when was it the aha, the kind of like, I mean, was it do you remember the moment you said, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do these 14 massages per day?
um it actually started with, I don't know, I guess when I got older and I had kids. And I just can't massage like I used to, when I was very young. And I was like, there's something out there that I need to do. And I was tired. I just wanted to give up. And I was, you know, unappreciated, unrecognized. And I know I'm a good therapist. I have value. I'm really good. A lot of people have said that and have wonderful reviews and feedback. But it's just like, where's the recognition? You know? So that's why I created MT Banquets, because there are therapists like me who are tired and not being appreciated and not feeling worthy, because this profession is very underrated. And
Correct.
I I felt like it takes a tired person to be the advocate for something like this. And so that's why I'm pushing MT Banquets. And
So
it's
so
gonna be amazing.
So we're gonna circle back to the empty banquet because I'm very curious about that. But you started talking about something to do with your mouth or intraoral, and I was thinking of
Oh,
my dentist for some reason. I have no idea why, but tell me why I said that and why I'm right or wrong. So tell me about that being a CEU provider and how did that manifest?
okay. Right after massage school, I took my first CE class, and it was only for a few hours, but it was so interesting. I just, took the class. I was like, what is this? And it was like, I felt special when going into someone's mouth. I was like, I feel like a dentist. But it's more than that. It's actually releasing some muscles that most people don't know that they could reach inside the mouth. Most people are like, oh, when I have TMJ, TMJD, like you just work outside of the mouth. They're just doing a facial massage or something like that, but it's definitely deeper than that. And so the only way to penetrate a certain muscle that will help with your TMJ is actually going inside of the mouth and releasing that with a finger, or doing some myofascial release or something like that, to loosen up the lateral pterygoid muscle, which is a very small muscle that gets overworked. I mean, we chew all the time, we're talking all the time, we're making, crazy faces. So, yeah, we just kind of abuse our TMJ all the time.
Now, in your courses, for some reason, I have no idea why this feedback is happening, but never mind that. It's like in living. Sorry, I'm just reliving. Okay, so in in your course now, are your courses like online or are they like do you teach them at like a massage school or do you do it like at an event or I mean like a an AMTA event or massage conventions or do you just kind of like say, hey, I'm gonna be in your city, come on over here, open your mouth because I'm about to do some work on it.
So I do live classes. Eventually, I'll be doing some webinars, but I actually work the downstairs where I massage, and that's in Apex. It's at Aramaic Massage and Oils, and they have like a little classroom, and people. I have a full class coming up, and I can't wait for many more to open up to me. So yeah, that's where I am.
Oh no, so massage therapist, educator, and now I want to get into the banquet because I was like, are you what do they call those event planner or uh,
I couldn't do that.
I mean, so tell me how did this one come out? Because I know, as massage therapist, like you said, we are the underappreciated in the healthcare industry a lot of times, and it
Mhm.
is a full contact sport, and it has some challenges, and a lot of
Yes.
times, many of us are working with a chiropractor or working in a PT clinic or in a in a franchise or something like that, and we're doing our
Mhm.
duty, and we're getting all these great reviews. Um,
Right.
but there are outside of maybe a convention or something like that. It sounds like you found
Mhm.
that there was a need. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was tired, and it just took a tired person to, appreciate other therapists. And I know how the physical toll it takes on the body, as well as a mental toll as well, because you're listening to your clients every day with their stresses, with either like money, their kids,
Which,
politics,
which is
what's on the
always
news.
funny because we're not paid as psychotherapists. It's like maybe if we paid
Exactly.
like a psychotherapist, it might be different, but
I
we're paid
mean,
like a person sweeping out front, but we have to deal with the same issues as psychotherapists, but we're not getting paid for it. So
right, right. And so, I mean, that takes a mental toll on you because you have issues of yourself. You're dealing with your family, you're dealing with your personal life.
that don't matter. I am totally saying there is no way that these people are crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
So it's just like, as therapists, we want to make sure that they are feeling good. We want to heal them as much as we can. And we have to take care of ourselves too, and a lot of therapists forget to do that, because we're trying to juggle our lives as well. So, I mean, this banquet will kind of have them break out of their routine and just enjoy themselves, network with other massage therapists, just to have that connectivity, and just give them a fire under their belt,
God,
why they wanted to do it. I mean, you're helping so many people. A lot of people want to quit, and
a lot of
Massage Magazine, they say like an average of 6 years, a massage therapist like quits their career.
people.
We don't want that. We want to change this narrative.
Mm. Well, that's a little better than when years ago when we did use ourselves. I did a little research. It was 3 years, and from the day they got out of school. So from the day a massage therapist gets out of school, it was if you did go and get take your national or your state boards or whatever,
Hmm.
then after that you got 2 more years. And by that time, within 2 years or 3 years from that time, they were done, and they went into other
Hmm.
professions. Some went into chiropractic, some went into exercise. Someone is like, hey, I'm not even getting into health anyway. I'm moving into another profession. I'm like, I am done. So it seemed like it's a little better, but it seemed like it's like, wow. And
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting because across the board, massage schools can be, some of them are state run and some
Yeah.
community colleges, and some of them are pretty much on par with a university, tuition. Yet
Mhm.
the compensation on the other side is not always there. Have you found that to be the same in your career, or it's sort of a little different?
Well, I mean, when I first started massage school, I didn't think it was going to be that expensive. Um, I mean, it was number one at the time, which is like 56 now. I mean, they have so many massage schools now, they're just
God,
popping up everywhere. And so my husband's actually a massage therapist. And when he went to school, it doubled like the price. I was like, why is it so much? And I mean, massage is in high demand.
yes.
They want their money. So yeah. So it's like $14,000, 15,000, and it just keeps going higher and higher and higher.
So now going back to your events, what makes them different? Now, I like many other therapists have been to meetings and conventions, national, state-run conventions and stuff like that, and there are CEUs done, and you get a chance to mingle, I guess. And what makes
Mhm.
you different than say just going to a national or event like that?
Well, I don't have classes, and I think that's why a lot of massage therapists do go to, conventions because they want their hours, and this this banquet is to recognize people who are doing, who just who are different, who I would say, different amongst the crowd. They're doing so much out there. They're massaging, they're taking care of life, and then they're doing extra stuff on top of that. And it's just like, well, those people don't get recognized. So I want to make sure we find them, say thank you, and give them some awards so they can feel appreciated. And we'll do that for the next person. And people are going to know about this because, like I said, we don't get any recognition at all. And this is going to be an event just to socialize.
Just
And we're going to have different sponsors and vendors at the banquet. So you get to network with other people who are outside of the massage community as well, who can help you with your self care.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So is this going to be, are these annual or do you quarterly or do they move around? I mean, or do you do one, on the East Coast, West Coast, North, Canada, South America? How
Oh
are you
yeah.
doing so far?
So we're going to start with annual. I mean, when it gets big, we're going to do semi-annual. And it's going to be state to state. So this year is going to be North Carolina. Next year, planning on doing in Pennsylvania. The other year, I'm going to do in Texas. So we have a whole list of states that we're going to hit. So a lot of people can check out, the information that's going to be updated on the website on mtbanquets.com.
Gotcha. So let's ask one of those off the wall questions.
Oh God.
Sorry,
Don't trick me.
I'm like, okay, well, that's one of the questions. No, I'm just kidding. So, what would you say to 18-year-old Ashley who just read a brochure and mom said you have great hands? What would you say to her with regard to massage?
That's a tough one.
Told you I'd give you an off the wall question.
Oh man. Honestly, I mean, I know I could do it. I have to. Let me see. Nikkei, why you do this to me?
Because I said I warned you I was going to give you an off the wall.
Give me another question.
No, you have to ask that one because not everybody wants to hear it. So don't you want to hear what she says? And it's okay. It's not you don't have to give like the oh my God kind of question. And I'll give you an example just to make it easier. If I was when my mother told me when I was 13 that you have great hands and you're a great massage therapist, I would have probably said yes, but also go into learn other professions that will work well to marry it very well. Because it took me almost 20 years. Now I've been doing it longer than that, but it took me about 20 years to finally realize that there are other things that you can do with relation to massage therapy that does not necessarily always, require you to put hands on bodies. And I think that would have been my answer if somebody asked me the same question. See, I gave you a freebie. Now it's your turn.
I mean, when I
Also, I would have told her, get out of here. Don't. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I mean, like basically, I was like, oh, okay, but I thought, I was good. I knew I was good, and I just accepted, but I didn't know there were other avenues in massage. I thought it was just like, oh, I'll just put my hands on someone and they'll feel good, but I didn't know you could go into being a president for an insurance company. I didn't know you could make money being a business owner. I mean, and stuff like that. I didn't know anything. I thought you just worked at Massage MBA because everybody went to Massage MBA right after massage school. That was like the thing back in the day. Like, and it was just like, that's all I knew, but it's just so much out there. I didn't know you could be a teacher doing all like the CE stuff. I didn't know that. I didn't know They have like the massage book for, tech stuff. I didn't know you could do anything like that. And I thought it was just hands-on stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I knew I was good.
It's funny because I like to ask that question sometimes just to see what would happen. And you're right. A lot of massage therapists don't know that there are a multitude of different professions you can go and adjunct
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
And one of
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago, one of my teachers, named Doc Clay, and he's passed away. He started out practicing, but then he went into education, but not education as a teacher, but education as an author and writing. So there are different things that he ended up writing: anatomy books, physiology books, which are used, internationally for massage
Right.
school. But
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, I was like, "So Doc, do you ever massage anybody?" He said, "Dude, I don't do none of that anymore."
Right.
And it was so funny because he started when people were smoking dope. That's how old he was when he got started. So what I mean
Yeah.
is back in those days where massage therapists were equated as kind of interesting, smoke a little weed,
Right. Right.
they got a little Indian chant going and a little incense.
And they still do that. They're still
I
tree
know.
huggers.
That's what we do. I mean, we have the gamut. We have the clinicals and we have the interesting people who are really close to the 60s, 70s era Beatles. Let's put it
Oh
that way.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but that's when he got started. But then he switched over time and became a clinical massage therapist. And then he just stopped altogether, doing
Mm-hmm.
contacts for it. He just said, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do," and it was very rewarding. And like you said, there's education, there's materials, there is inventions and innovations. There are so many different tools that are needed, in our profession. That inventions. I mean, come on now, clothing, massage
Yeah.
tables, manufacturing
Oh
sheets.
yeah.
Come on now, you got a whole bunch of stuff you can do. So
Exactly.
I think you're right. It's sort of be a little be willing to kind of spread it like you have. So you're a massage therapist, you're a mom, you're a wife to another massage therapist, but you're
Mm-hmm.
also a business owner and an innovator, and actually saw that there was a gap, there was something missing.
Yeah.
First as a CEU provider, and then hey, you
Yeah.
guys and gals just not getting recognized. You're getting, sorry to say, you're getting pimped out by some other people,
Exactly. I know.
and you're just not getting
Mhm.
money, and you're definitely not getting the recognition. So
Right.
I see that. So if somebody was looking to, get into the event, to get started and know how to, start planning and, getting their monies in tow so they can travel to North Carolina or Pennsylvania or Texas, how do they get in contact with you so that they can say, hey, I'm going to get some money together and me and my buddies, and we're going to jump on a van or jump on a plane or jump on I guess you can come on a boat if you wanted to, but that's only to a certain part of North Carolina.
Oh gosh. So for I have a bunch of sponsors right now, and they are supporting us with a venue, and t-shirts and stuff like that. And massage therapists will get flyers in the mail. We do have pre-sale coming your way through the mail. And you can check out the website on mtbanquets.com and purchase your tickets. You can register if you like to donate. I have a donation page, and we're definitely just updating that website for people to see us. We have videos coming out, and we have to be known.
So thinking like an entrepreneur, now I know somebody would come in and say, hey, I want to come to the event. Well, how does somebody, if they wanted to be a sponsor, because you mentioned that, somebody was like, hey, you know what? I would like to get my business recognized in, massage therapists around the country. Is that an option? Or you like, hey, we've got all the sponsors. We are flushed in cash. Never come near us.
I wish.
We
I'm
don't.
always looking for sponsors now. Usually it's like word of mouth. I said it to one person, and it just built from there. And I was like, oh, well, I have such and such who wants to do it, and I have such and such who wants to do it. So it's just pretty much word of mouth. And I know so many people in different states, family, friends, and word of mouth is really going to spread like wildfire, and we do have a social media page coming out, and I'll have that on the website as well. And I have a page for sponsors to check out, and they have it has my telephone number, my emails, the event planner is going to be involved in doing all this, and her information is up there as well.
Awesomeness. Wow. I really appreciate you taking time. I know, like your family, like, you probably got kids behind the scene and they just like, shh, don't say a word. Don't say a word.
Oh yeah, I got 2 girls and they are drama queens, and they're 4 and 3. So, whoo.
Like,
Yes.
ooh, yeah, it sounds like, it sounds creative. Let's go that way.
Yes, Lord.
Well, thanks again, Ashley, for stopping by. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here. Thank you for the insights that you've given about, being honest and being transparent about massage careers and massage professionals, that it is a full contact sport, that you can be pimped out if you're not. 14 weekend massages a day? I mean, Jesus Christmas, that should be like illegal. Okay. I know, but again, you're young, and somebody would just say, "Hey, if you can do 14,
yeah, they just took advantage."
I don't care if you can't open a door, in 10 weeks because your hands are all messed up.
I'm talking about my thumbs were so swollen, and I did not know how to take care of myself. Because in massage school, it's just like they don't teach you self-care. You got to find that on your own.
It's like, yeah, you learn body mechanics. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna do a section of body mechanics. It's like, yeah, after that, anatomy, physiology. We'll kind of brush over marketing. We'll do a whole bunch of just other stuff they can just throw in there for the heck of it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be in this profession for the foreseeable future. Probably should spend a lot more time on this. This is kind of a cursory class on body mechanics. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got a chance. Now, what I'd like you to do one more time is to share how folks can get in contact with you, how they can get plugged into your events, to also be able to get one of your classes, or to be able to get to your CEU class. And if somebody's in the Apex area, how do they get in contact with you as a practitioner? And of course, because you're married to a therapist, then how to get in contact with both of you.
Okay. So to get into my classes, I have my husband right behind me. So
I did that while you were looking the other way. I just did like this to see if he was looking.
So my website is www.ashleyurquhart.com, which is my first and last name. I have all of my classes posted online, and the times and the dates. And to order your tickets, go to www.mtbanquets.com. And you can go and register.
Banquet, because people like me don't spell very well. So
it's mtbanquets.com. And someone said to me, they were like, I don't know how to spell banquets. I'm having a brain fart. So I'm spelling it out for you.
MT bouquet, MT buckets, MT. What is this woman's website? I can't darn find it. It's driving me nuts. So that's why I say spell it out. So
yes, yeah. So yeah, that's what the website is, and you can register. And we're gonna have shirts, so make sure you put your shirt size in the registration.
Totally awesome. Well, thank you very much, Ashley. Thank you, husband, for allowing me to borrow you for a little bit. Thank your kids for allowing me to borrow you just for a moment. And thank you for all the effort, all the things, and all the little challenges, the successes, and the thumb aches and all the things
Yeah.
that you had to come through to be able to be who you are now, because I suspect by now you've learned a lot of things. And then there are other massage therapists who are going to be at your banquet, who are going to be coming into your practice, and you're going to be teaching them, hey, yeah, you can be a therapist, but don't get pimped out, okay? Don't do that. Here are some of the mistakes, but here from those
Yeah.
mistakes, you have great success. So I appreciate you stopping by just for a couple of moments, and we're going to look forward to seeing you and promoting it as much as we can. And then other therapists will find you somewhere in Apex or Pennsylvania or Texas or Hawaii or,
Or California.
Mexico City. Again, it gets bigger. It always starts out with one group. It's kind of like a CEU.
Oh, yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
do one, and then you do two, and before you know it, you're like, man, I need to factor some more time in because I need a vacation because I got too many classes because I'm so busy.
Exactly.
So that's how it rolls. That's how it rolls. So this is a perfect time for that, and it's a perfect time for everybody to be able to get engaged with you with regards to all the business and all the activities. So cool.
Thank you for having me. This was definitely a pleasure. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping in. And we'll see you as a therapist later. Remember, failure happens, but through that failure and through those challenges and through those heartaches, and sometimes you may even want to cry, you have amazing success waiting for you right around the corner or over that hill. So we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.